It's 2021. Most of the people listening to this podcast right now are grown adults who have Lord knows how many experiences that made them who they are today. So many of the people listening or watching right now have been through some shit. So many of those people that are listening right now have seen times at their best, and they've seen times at their worst. So even though so many of us have been tested throughout our entire lives, why is it so hard for us to find the self-confidence that is needed to take our lives to the next level? What's up, Vibers? It's your boy Kai, and today we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can improve your self-confidence today. Now, before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to click the bell and subscribe to The Vibe with Kai, and you'll be notified whenever I post one of my videos. You can also follow me on your favorite social media platforms at The Vibe with Kai, or visit my official website at thevibewithkai.com. So, what is self-confidence? We need to make sure that we define this before we really get this thing going, right? What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is defined as a feeling of trust in one's abilities, one's qualities, and judgment. The self-confidence, it's important to us because it's important to our health and our psychological well-being. Having a healthy level of self-confidence can help you become successful in both your personal life and your professional life. And here's the thing, there's a finite amount of benefits that come with self-confidence. Not just at work, but at home also, and in your relationships with other people. So let's talk a little bit about those benefits. Number 1, with self-confidence, you are more open to try new things. Number 2, your overall performance in life will be much better. This is important because you'll find yourself spending less time worrying about not being good enough and more time dedicating yourself to improvement and to growth. Benefit number 3, your resilience will be enhanced more than it's ever been, aka, you know that saying, when you get knocked down 9 times you get up 10? Well, that self-confidence that you have will be the driving force behind standing up again. And benefit number 4, all of your relationships will improve. Yes, having self-confidence not only impacts how you feel about yourself, but it helps you better understand and love other people better. Most importantly, it also gives you the strength to walk away from people in your life that you need to walk away from. And we already know what kind of people we're talking about here. Now, before we continue, I do want to take a moment and let you know that I have launched a new service with The Vibe with Kai called Friend Chat with Kai. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling lost, if you need a quick pick-me-up, or if you just need a friend to chat with for a while, listen, I've seen it all, I've heard it all. There's no need to be ashamed. There's no need to feel alone. There is no judgment. Look, for a small fee, you get 30 minutes of my time via text, phone call, video chat, whatever it is. You get 30 minutes uninterrupted one-on-one time with me. All you have to do is visit my website, thevibewithkai.com, and click on Friend Chat with Kai. I'm available weeknights and most weekends all day. And I look forward to chatting with you. Okay. So now we know what self-confidence is. Let's talk about the ways that we can go about improving our self-confidence. And I've compiled 5 things for you to consider as you start your day. Number 1, stop comparing yourself to other people. Comparing yourself to others allows them to drive your behavior. This type of comparison is between you and someone else. Sometimes it's about something genetic, like wishing that you could be taller. But more often than not, it's something that the other person is capable of doing that we wish that we could do as well. For example, if Derek makes better presentations than you at work, or maybe Lindsay has a happier relationship with her boyfriend than you do, right? That bothers you because you end up comparing yourself to them. But you should be very careful when you find yourself comparing yourself to Derek and Lindsay. When you stop comparing between people and focus internally, you start being better at what really matters, and that is being you. It sounds simple, but it's not easy. Number 2, you need to understand that nobody is perfect. No one is perfect. In fact, perfection is an impossibility. I say this to you in the most supportive of ways, but you are not perfect. I am not perfect. We are not perfect, and that is okay. You are, however, capable of being remarkable. You're capable of being amazing. You're capable of being real. And to be honest, perfection, it's a little overrated, in my opinion at least. Number 3, remember that everyone makes mistakes. That's life's way of teaching us lessons, and sometimes they come at us in a hard way, but it makes us who we are. It defines who we are. That is why we oftentimes say every mistake is a lesson. Mistakes are a beautiful part of life. It all just depends on your perspective. It may not seem so, at a closer look, but especially during the fresh moments of that hurt that comes from it, right? But as time goes on, you begin to understand and appreciate its necessity because, yes, some, if not many mistakes are necessary. They're a necessity in our life. Exercise your free will by making mistakes and learning from them. Number 4, focus on the things that you can control. I can control how I show up in my relationships, but I can't control what other people think of me. I can control how much time and effort I put into preparing for a job interview, but I can't control whether I end up getting the job. I can control how diligently I work on a TikTok that I post, but I can't control what happens after it's posted. In all of these situations, I can influence the outcome, but I can't control it. Focusing on what we can't control often takes our energy and attention away from what we can control, and we don't want that. Number 5, do whatever makes you the happiest. Happiness is sometimes represented as this elusive thing or this fantasy, this metaphorically symbolized unicorn or rainbow. It may seem completely out of reach at times for even the most even-keeled person, and even more so for people among us that are most depressed or have high anxiety. But with that said, nothing motivates people more than the feeling of happiness. Happiness is, without a doubt, one of the most important things. And a lot of times it's kind of hard to define because it means something different to everybody. You will take the actions to be the best that you can be simply because you are happy and you have this positive energy, which will attract the same energy to you. Look, at the end of the day, it's very unlikely that you will go from poor to good self-confidence like overnight, right? It's very unlikely that'll happen. But understand this, when you feel good, or if you do something good, you need to celebrate it and not beat yourself up if you occasionally slip back into negative patterns of thinking. Just pick yourself up again and try to think more positively. Eventually, this will become a habit and you will find that your self-confidence has quietly gotten better. With that said, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Once again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow, and you'll be notified whenever I post one of my videos. You can also follow me on your favorite social media platforms at The Vibe with Kai, or visit my official website at thevibewithkai.com. Thank you so much for watching. As always, God bless and good vibes.